Hi everybody, welcome back to the Steak and Brush. I'm Christine and I'm here with you today to talk a little bit about the Ccolor Cosmetics Unisex 2 palette. As always, if I could ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and share it with any of your makeup and skincare loving friends. I'd greatly appreciate it. I want to preface all of this with saying I know my voice is very scratchy right now. I'm getting back from being sick for over a week. I started out with a stomach flu and it went immediately into a head and chest cold. I think the coughing has mostly stopped. So if I do cough, I do apologize in advance. But I am still my throat's still very scratchy, but I wanted to get some new material out for you. So yeah, let's get into this. This is the Ccolor Cosmetics Unisex 2 palette. If you don't know too much about Ccolor Cosmetics, they are a small company. They've been around for just a year. I know this because I got this as part of their anniversary special that they were doing. They are a company that they specialize in dupes, meaning that they take well-known expensive palettes, they take the color story and they recreate them into their own palette. This is a dupe of the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. This one retails through Ccolor for $11.50, whereas the Jeffree Star retails for $45. Now, like I said, Ccolor Cosmetics just celebrated their 1-year anniversary, and they were giving out palettes. You could choose from one of the 3 unisex palettes for free. You had to, I don't know if it's still going on, but you had to follow their Instagram page at Ccolor Cosmetics. You had to repost one of their pictures and tag 3 of your friends and email them. So, and you can check it out and see if they're still doing it. I'm not sure if they were. It was just on Tuesday and I got this on Saturday. So bravo to them. I mean, usually any kind of this promotional stuff, it's weeks before you get it, but I got this, you know, just as fast as had I paid for it. So while this was not paid for, this is not this is not sponsored, or, you know, Ccolor Cosmetics knows nothing of me except for an email that I sent them. But I will tell you, there is some kick up on all of them, but the colors come across beautifully. They are just gorgeous, and I've seen a couple other people. I don't have the Beauty Killer palette to compare it to, but I have seen some people compare it, and these swatch, some of the shades swatch even better than the Beauty Killer. So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to do 3 different eye looks from this palette. I'm going to do kind of an out there look. I'm going to do what would be a typical for me, which is a little bolder than what most people do, but it's not a crazy look. And then I'm going to do a very wearable everyday look for anybody, you know, even going into work. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I've got this eye done already. I've got you zoomed in because I'm going to go through step by step what I did to create this look on this eye. This is the bolder look we're going to get out of all the 3. What I'm going to do is I am going to start first. Oops, I still can't get this camera used to this camera. I'm going to go ahead and start first with this bright pink color. Now this bright pink is very, very pigmented. So I'm going to just lightly pat it down in my crease first, and then blend it out. again, when you have hooded eyes, when you're doing a look, you want to make sure you look straight ahead and see that, make sure you can see a little bit of that color above, because if you're just doing it, you know, tilting down and looking with your eye closed, when you open your eye, you're not going to be able to necessarily see it. So you want to make sure you could still see that color. Just a little more there, just so again I make sure it can be seen once when my eyes are open. I'm, as always, using my color switch here in between to keep my brushes sort of clean. I'm going to go in with a blending brush with no product on it and just to blend it out a little bit more. And then I am going to go in with, the brushes I'm using today are the Moda brushes. I'm going to go in with the shader brush now into this beautiful green color here. Now I'm going to actually go into it twice. So the first time I am just packing the color in at about the first half to 3/4 of the eyelid, pretty much just to kind of get my base down. As you'll see, I mean, the color payoff's okay, but it's not, this greens in general, and especially with the shimmery greens, you're not going to get a ton of color payoff right away, especially with the brush. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it down there, and I'm going to blend out the edges just a little bit. And then I'm going to go into I'm going to take the Moda, this is the detail brush, and I'm going into this purple here. It does have shimmer in it. I normally wouldn't take that too much into my crease, but I'm going to just a little bit to just darken it up. The shimmer isn't too much so that it's going to counteract the deepness in there that I'm trying to get. And I'm bringing it out to the outer V. And then I'm just going to use this detail brush to blend it in there. I really, really love the way the green and the purple look next to each other. Alright, now I'm going to go back in to this green here with my finger, and I'm going to pat it on with my finger because that's going to increase the shine. Now again, if you have fat fingers like me, you're going to end up with a little bit up there, so I'm just going to go back into the pink a little bit to cover that up. I don't want too much because I don't want it to overshadow that purple there. Then I'm going to take my smudger brush back into the purple just a little bit because I'm going to do my lash line, and I'm going to do about 3/4 of it with the purple. And then I'm going to go back into the green and just do the last little bit in the inner corner with that green. So it's not super crazy bold, but it's definitely not your average going into the office color. So I'm going to go ahead now and take this off, and I will be right back with the next look. Okay, I am back, and now we are going to recreate this mauve halo look here. I was a doof, and I accidentally started doing this one just because out of habit, but I'm going into this final color right over here, this tannish color, and just doing it as a transition shade. It is just a little darker than my natural color, not much, but perfect for that transition there. And then I'm going to go in with my shader brush, and I am going into this rosy colored one here. And again, it does have a little bit of a shimmer, but I am going to go ahead and put it, just lightly place it in my crease. And again, checking to make sure it is showing up above my crease when I open my eyes. Softly blend that out. I'm going to take a little bit more of it, and I'm going to pack that in to just the outer corner and the inner corner. Giving us that nice inner part there empty. Then with my outer V brush, actually that's not what it's called though, it is called the detail brush. I'm going into that, I'm going to go into that purple again, and I'm just darkening up the very, very outer corner, just a little bit through the crease, not much, just enough to bring a little bit of depth, and just the tiniest bit on the inner portion of the lid. I still want that rosy color to shine through here, so I just want the tiniest bit there on both the outer corners and the crease, just to, like I said, to deepen up that bit there. And I'm going to go in with my pinky finger into this very light, kind of lilac-y. I'm just going to place it right there in the center. Highlight the inner corner, or I'm sorry, to highlight the middle there. And then back with a clean detail brush, I am going to dip back into the rose here, just to blend gently over those edges to make it look like there are no harsh lines there. And back in with my, why can't I remember these names? Smudge brush into the rose. I'm going to do most of my lash line. Actually, all of it except the very inner corner here. And then in the very inner corner, I'm going to take that lilac. And just brighten that up. There we go. As you know, I love my pinkies and my mauves and everything like that, so this provides a very, very nice look for me. Alright, I'm going to clean up one last time and go in. Please don't look at my under eyes too much, because with everyone I'm taking off all of my eye makeup and reapplying all of my concealer to both, you know, to prime my lids and on my under eyes. So, you know, if being sick isn't going to wipe it out, off, you know, doing this 3 times definitely is not going to make them look the best they ever had. So please forgive that. I'll be right back. Okay, and finally we are going to recreate this very, very simple smoky eye. It's very neutral, can be worn, you could wear it to work, you can glam it up a little bit and wear it out, but very neutral for pretty much anybody. I'm going to start with my crease brush and this color here as in my crease and transition. This is a very, very nice color for that. I think I've used it the most out of all of these because it can be used with both bold and simple looks. I just want to get it on there as the basis of this. Make sure it's blended out well because we're not going to put any other color up there. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with my shader brush into this dark brown. Where are we here? Dark brown right here. I'm just going to put it on the outer part of the lid, maybe the outer half. It is very dark, very pigmented, but it can be a little bit patchy. So I put it on very lightly and just build it up. I'm going to windshield wiper just in the crease over to the inner eye, but I don't want it going down to the bottom of there. Just the crease. And I'm just going to blend it out there a little bit, again, to give it that smokiness. Wipe off my brush, and then I'm going into this very, very light color here. It is a very kind of creamy color, and I'm going to put that in the front part of my lid to brighten that up a bit. I'm going to wiggle it around right where those colors meet, so that there's no harsh lines. Deepen this side up just a little bit more. If you do want to add a little sparkle, you can go in and sparkle and smoky, because this black has, if you can see it, there are little chunks of glitter, gold glitter, and it's very pretty, but it's not for everybody. So then I'm just going to go in with my smudger brush to the dark brown and do right under my lash line here. Alright, so we have a very, very simple neutral look that I think anybody can wear, no matter what age and no matter what you're doing. Well, let me go ahead and finish up just the rest of my face here, and we will come back with my final thoughts. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so final thoughts on the Ccolor Cosmetics Unisex 2 palette. I really like it. I have actually had 2 Ccolor palettes in the past. One was the dupe palette. It is a dupe for the L'Oreal. This was actually one of my summer favorites. I wore this so much. Got some really good looks out of that. and this is the Around the World palette, which is the dupe for the Born to Run from Urban Decay, which I like. I haven't played with this quite as much as I probably should have. I'm just a little turned off, and this is not anything Ccolor did because they did the colors from Urban Decay, but there weren't quite enough mattes in it, I don't think. There were only a couple in there, and I need more mattes to balance out the shimmers so I can use them for my transitions and things like that. But this performed beautifully. While there is kickback on the palette, it's not, I mean, you can see it in the pans, but it didn't come out into the palette, and I really don't think I had too much fallout on my face, especially since I went through 3 different looks. I think it performed very well. The color payout was very good. Overall, I'm very, very impressed. I will be getting more from Ccolor in the future. They've got a couple of, or at least one, Natasha Denona dupes that I am looking forward to trying, and the prices, you just can't beat it. Again, I know dupes aren't for everybody. These are not frauds. They're not trying to say, you know, hey, this is the Jeffree Star palette, pay us Jeffree Star money. They acknowledge that, you know, this is by Ccolor, and that you're getting their formulas, and they have just used the color palette from them, but not all of us can afford going out and spending $45 to $100 on a palette. So, you know, if you can't, this is a great way to get into it. And you know what, you know, if you try these out, you might say like, hey, I like this Jeffree Star, you know, this dupe, so maybe the next time Jeffree Star comes out, I'll pick up his new palette because I know I like the colors. It's a great way to get you started into things. So I am so thankful to Ccolor for giving this to me for free. Again, it's not sponsored. This was just, everybody was able to get in on this for their anniversary special. So that about wraps it up for today. Let me know in the comments what Ccolor Cosmetics palettes you've tried, and which of these 3 looks do you like the best. Until next time, then I hope you have a good night. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.